Well, dear students, this is second part of the uses of future simple tense. So, we are discussing about the uses of simple future tense. So, first we use simple future tense when we are expressing an action which takes place in future as a general course of time, or the speaker doesn't have any control over the action. Speaker doesn't have any control over the action. So we use simple future tense as I will be 16 tomorrow. Our school will remain closed tomorrow. Here you don't have any control over the action. Second uses, let's come to the second uses, that is prediction. When we are expressing prediction, we are predicting something, that something will take place in the future. Is there a possibility for something to take place? We use simple future tense. For example, prices of essential commodities will rise after the lockdown is over. Prices of essential commodities will rise after the lockdown is over. So here we are predicting something. So we have used simple future tense. Second sentence you can see, second example. There will be the third world war next year. There will be the third world war the next week. Here also we are predicting something. So we are using simple future tense. Third point is when we are expressing schedule in formal way. You know, we use express schedule in simple present tense also. But in simple future also we can express schedules, but generally in writing, means formal way. Look here, the example, the delegation will call on the Prime Minister tomorrow. The delegation will call on the Prime Minister tomorrow. Call on means meet officially. So meeting with the Prime Minister is official matter. So here, and this is scheduled. Schedule is planned, scheduled. So the delegation will call on the Prime Minister tomorrow. Now, well, let's discuss some other ways of expressing future. Look, first is there simple present tense, but with future time reference. Be going to for, be going to form. Simple present tense as future schedule or plan is used in present simple tense. We have already learned. See, for example, our exam begins tomorrow. Our exam begins tomorrow. Look here, this is present simple tense, but with future time reference. So, simple present tense also expresses future. Second is there be going to. Be means is, are, am, was, were. But here be is, are, am only. So be going to. Look. Be going to expresses decision decision that you have taken in advance. So be going to. Or when you are making an indication on the basis of some calculation. Now I'm giving you an example. When you are expressing decision, I am going to buy this house tomorrow. I am going to buy this house tomorrow. See here, am. Be going to plus V1. It means decision has been made in advance. Plus, you have made some arrangement also. You have arranged money. Everything is managed in advance. So, I am going to buy this house tomorrow. And about indication, if you say, look at the clouds. It is going to rain. Look at the clouds. It is going to rain. So, what is here the calculation? You have seen the evidence. You have seen that is clouds in the sky. And then you are indicating that it is going to rain. So, here you have used also, look, future tense. Third is there, again, is RM, means B plus 2 plus V1. B means is RM plus 2 plus V1. See here, example, B plus 2 plus C, V1. So, I am to buy this house tomorrow. Here you are expressing your intention, means desire. I am to buy this house tomorrow. So, B means is RM plus 2 plus V1. This also expresses future tense. Next is there present continuous. Present continuous tense is also used for expressing future, but generally with future time reference, like tomorrow, next year, like this. So, here when you are using present continuous tense for expressing future, so you are only expressing that you have made the decision in advance, and it's not necessary that you have made arrangement also. This is not necessary, okay, but decision has been made in advance. See, for example, I am, this is present continuous tense, I am buying this house tomorrow. I am buying this house tomorrow. It means you have made the decision in advance, but there may or may not be the arrangements. So see. So there are 4 other ways you can express future tense. See, with future time reference, simple present, just for future plan or schedule, be going to, decision or indication, which some arrangements has been made here in decision. Third, B plus 2 plus V1, that is only intention. Then present continuous tense, means it indicates only decision and some arrangements made. Now look at these sentences and try to gauge the difference. See, I am buying this house. See, I am buying this house tomorrow. I am to buy this house tomorrow. I am going to buy this house tomorrow. I will buy this house tomorrow. So what is the difference? We have already discussed. If you say I am buying this house tomorrow, so here you have made the decision in advance. You have made decision before. I am buying this house tomorrow. But if you say I will buy this house tomorrow, it means you are taking the decision at the time of speaking. I will buy this house tomorrow. We are deciding at the time of speaking only. But if you say I am going to buy this house tomorrow, it means decision has been made in advance, plus you have made some arrangement also. You have arranged money also. If you say I am to buy this house tomorrow, here you are expressing your intention, your desire. So you have understood the difference here. Well, dear students, here one more point is there. We use shall I or shall we. In question sentence, we use shall plus we or shall plus I. In question sentence, when you are giving suggestion or you are making an offer. Suppose you are helping, you are offering someone a help. For example, see, shall we go to the movie next week? Shall we go to the movie? Shall we go to the movie next week? So here we are giving suggestion. Second example for suggestion, shall we go for a walk? This is also suggestion. If you want to offer something to someone, suppose you want someone to give something, then you may say, shall I give you the pen? So here you are offering, making an offer. Shall I give you the pen? Shall I get you a glass of water? Look, here you are making an offer. Now children, let's understand the contraction with shall. So if it is I shall or I will, then you may contract it as I'll or I'll. In both the cases, I will or I shall. I will or I shall. If it is shall not, if you are making contraction, then you cannot say shalln't. You have to say shan't. Shall not in contraction will be shan't. Will not in contraction will be won't. See? Will not, won't, shall not, shan't. Shan't. So well, dear students, in this way we have studied through this video uses of simple future tense. If you still have any doubt, you may contact. And what the assignment I am just sending you, you'll sincerely do that, and then you'll match your answer with the answer sent. Thank you.